Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. It is 9:59 on September 18, 2023, and it's another night in my car. And they're trying to take that too. They did, my stuff is somewhere else, but they wanted me, we're going to get her kicked out of her place. I guess they wanted me in Houston tonight by 10. Okay. Let's try this again. Sex trafficking, human trafficking is a very serious crime. When you do crime, you're doing a thing that people don't like it. That's why they made it a crime. Sex trafficking, human trafficking is life sentence. Perjury, 5 years minimum per count. How many times have you lied in court and said, we're not doing what she says? Oh, you are too. So, all week long, I guess they've tried to kind of like kidnap me, coax me somewhere, but they wanted me to have my car loaded up with all my stuff, then take the car, because they've been trying to take the car since 2019. They have taken one, I got another one. They've wrecked my cars 5 times. So they wanted, I guess tonight was supposed to be another kidnapping and have her in Houston by 10 at the club. The kidnapping's at the club. Okay, so they made the DoorDash do this where I couldn't even get on all day long. Well, part of the day. Then I DoorDashed, but the average DoorDasher in Tulsa makes $15 an hour. Okay, that's documented. It's been studied. $15 an hour. We have a forensic accountant that has about the same. I think. I don't know. This is what I actually made. I started at 11. It's now 10 o'clock, and I made all of $50 today. So, Mr. Perry will pay with Intel. It's going to cost him, and it's going to cost him more than he has to pay. It'll cost him in a way he's never had to pay before. Because depriving women of food and shelter with intent to coerce, stealing someone's car, taking someone's things, interfering with commerce with intent to coerce, interfering with contracts because now you can't pay the contracts, with intent to coerce, all of that is about to be, they're going to jail. I don't know why they think when we quote them, they run around. How'd you find out about that? What is it you think in your little pretend land that we're going to do with it? I'm telling you, we're going to use it to put you in jail. It'll be very easy to get a conviction. Oh, for God's sake. It'll be very easy to get a conviction when we have so much. We're getting the help with information, Mr. Perry. You are not. No one will tell you who our guys are. Name one of our guys and quote one of their meetings. In 10 years, you can't. We can name your people. Who's Betancourt? Your Houston realtor that bought me or thinks he bought me. His name is Larry. We just found out because you got really cruel. Charles, when you ask me about leaks, I'm not told who the leaks are. I'm not told who the leaks are. I wouldn't help you ruin my life even if I knew. What's going to happen is they're using the intel to put you in jail. Then I won't be broke ever again. That is what everyone wants. That's why we get the help with intel and you don't. Everybody is sick and tired of your cruelty being imposed on us, and you're violating me. They're tired of the problems and the drama that you came up here and caused. I moved twice to get away from you and to have no further contact with you and no further conflict with you and nothing to do with you at all. I don't like you. It doesn't matter what you think. I don't like you. I said no. No means no. One time is all someone should have to say that. In this day and age, we have a Supreme Court judge named Justice Kagan. We have another one named Justice Sotomayor. We have another one named Amy Barrett, Amy Barrett. We have a vice president named Kamala Harris. All of those women would have a really hard time going for what you're doing to me. It's okay to beat down a woman and then run around and talk about how powerful you are and what you can do to get away with. And as it turns out, you are not. We quote you every day. We find out what you're up to every day. We heard you say, make sure she gets kicked out of where she is now. When she has her car loaded up with her stuff, make sure she can't pay the bill. Does that look like I can pay the bill? No. What did my guys tell you? You better make sure she's not broke. Get your hands out of her wallet. We know she can make money. We've worked with her all her life. All her adult life. We know how much money she can make. You get your hands out of her wallet. Stop interfering with commerce. Stop interfering with contracts. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. We're going to get you on stealing from her. Intending to coerce. You're trying to make her be trafficked, and she told you no. Not this time, no. He said, respect her wishes, and you get the fuck out. Today. He said that in March 2020. Look how much we got. So we'll name your people again. We just got your Houston realtor guy's name, because we just got his actual name, because you got really cruel to me. I spent the night in my car. Guess what? I'm spending the night in my car again tonight, because I made all of $50 in like 10 hours, from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. What's $15 an hour? It's like 120 bucks, minus gas. Calvin, it's coming out of your personal hide too, because you're the one that does that. We got Blankenship, we got Desiree, we got Calvin, who's bald and fat, we got Lucius, who's the Muffin Man. That's a nickname. Huh? You think you're gonna talk me into something? You are off your nut. You think I would help you with any information at all? You're off your nut. These guys are getting your names. Name one of them. You guys are all confused. You act like you're quoting us and you have our names, and that is not the case at all, sir. Everybody's so sick of this, of what you're doing to me. So they're helping us, they're not helping you. We got Blankenship, Desiree, we got Richard, Dickey, we got Andrew, Lawrence, we got Greg, Tim, Bruce, Oscar, we got Jeremy, we got, who else? We got Beverly, who's worried about my shoes. We got Renee. We got Geppetto, your witch. I mean, we're naming your people. I'm quoting you today. Get her kicked out of her place. Make sure she has all her shit loaded up in the car, and then take the car. Literally make her walk until she fucking subjugates in this traffic, like we said. It's up to us. We're gonna traffic her. We're gonna make her broke until she does exactly what we say. Try telling that to Camilla Harris. This is the 21st century. We do not do that. I'm a professional businesswoman, sir, first. Stripping was a temporary thing to try to get away from you. You had 6 years in a strip club to get me to accidentally slip up, and you didn't. So why would I help you on purpose? Yeah. Every day, Mr. Perry asks, is it Ty? Is it Al? Is it Z? Is it Kim? Is it Jim? Is it your mom? Oh my God. I'm not told who your leaks are. Is it your kids? Is it your family? I'm not told who your leaks are. It's a need to know, and I don't need to know that. Is it? And I've never answered that. Not only am I not told that, I fucking don't like you. I'm fucking sick of this. These guys are about to put you in jail with all that intel, and I won't ever be broke again. That's what we all want. That's why we get the help with information, and nobody will help you. So they told you she'd better not be broke. Period. If she is, you're gonna pay with intel. We're gonna use the intel to get a conviction, and then you won't do that to her ever again. You violate her in the privacy of her home. You traumatize her every day. You're imposing your sicko on her, your crime. We get the help, not you. That's the results of your decisions, your choices, your actions. We are getting the help, and you're not. And y'all all run around, how did she know about that? How did she find out? Did she find out again? We found out Mike was drugged months before first responders were deposed, and they said, yes, we gave him Narcan. He was found unconscious and in respiratory distress, and we assessed him. We didn't see that he had a bump on his head from being in a fight, but he was overdosed with opioids, so we gave him Narcan. We said it in January 2020. We said it more emphatically in February 2020. We said it really emphatically in March 2020, and they all ignored it, so my guys got pissed. Then we hear you talking about the syringe. You're gonna we're gonna fake a medical emergency. She'll help. We'll tell her she's gonna get a virus, and then we'll just have a shot. And your hitman said, what do I do if she won't take the shot? And you said you make sure she takes the shot. Tell her she'll die if she doesn't take it, and it will kill you dead. Don't go to work. So how much money did I miss? What if I wanted to? I don't want to dance. I really don't. But what if I went to the club tonight? What were you guys gonna do to me? There's already a lot of concern with that. She'll dip, though. I'm quoting somebody else if I'm speaking third person. She'll go out to that club, and she'll dip her toe in that water, and here comes Charles and his vultures. And then she'll leave. It's not safe. And things will kind of die down, and she'll go back, dip her toe back in that water, and here comes Charles and his vultures. And she'll leave. It's not safe. He's made things dangerous for her. Very dangerous. She could die at any time. They could kill her dead. So everyone knows that I'm probably top of your list of murder targets. I've resolved in myself, we're all going to die of something. So they might kill me and I die fighting crime. My granddad will be so proud. I could also die 80 years old sitting in a chair. My heart just stops. How boring. I mean, you want to... I'm not saying I'm suicidal. That is not the case at all. I'm very careful. If I know it's dangerous at the club, I don't go to the club. I'm not there tonight. It was going to be dangerous. So I didn't go. Get her at the club, right, tonight, and get her to Houston by 10. So I didn't go. I'm not suicidal. I'm very careful. But I've also resolved myself to the fact that if you really want me dead, I'll be dead. There's nothing I can do. The guys that are helping me, we all know that too. It won't be without a fight. And the one like you've never had in your life. You're already having one like you've never had in your life. Charles, you were told, I don't like you, move on. Move the fuck on. I don't do guys who creep and peep. I don't do guys who are very cruel. I don't do guys unless they make sure I don't miss a meal. And you're intent on starving me to death. I'm now on day 3 with no food. So when we quote you, that's why. $50 in 10 hours is fucked hard, if ever I've seen it. You are making our case for us. So I called my ex-husband last night. First of all, he's told, we just said, she'd better not be broke enough to ask for help. And if she does, it better not be drama. And she'd better get the help. Because she shouldn't have to do that to begin with, should she? You're putting stress and strain on everybody else. So it's very easy for us to get information on what you got planned next. We're all sick of it. We're all sick of it. Charles, we're sick of you. I came to Oklahoma to get away from you. Why are you always in Oklahoma causing problems? Major loss, major problems, and you lie to everybody. You know, this Sanjay guy, we're not BFFs. He's the hacker. Believe me. He sets these up, and boy, you failed today, Sanjay. Okay, but what the thing is, these orders, I guess, he's the one that sets the Door Dash orders. He said, I was hoping she would go dance and quit Door Dashing. I'm sick setting up orders for her. Me and him both. And the other thing he said is Mr. Perry went around telling everybody in Oklahoma he and Cynthia are married. But she says, yeah, no, I don't think so. I haven't seen him since 2013. I walked out of his office pissed off. You need to leave me alone. You need to stop. This thing that you're doing, stop it. Stop doing it. And I get this weird text back from him. I said, finish my taxes and then fucking stop. Fuck off. And I had a question. Will the IRS take my deductions? And his response is, you lose, you're stuck, you have no control. It doesn't get any more stalkery than that. It's a yes or no question. They did take my deductions. You're a seasoned accountant. You knew the answer was yes. All you had to do is text me back yes. He made it weird. Okay, so I walk out of his office 2013 January. Never saw him again. Haven't seen him since. Thank God. I fucking can't stand you. And I don't go out with Princess. I go out. I'm attracted to men's men who make sure I don't miss a meal. So you're not trying to attract me where you'd make sure I don't miss a meal. You're trying to subjugate. Because you guys are backhills hillbillies who don't realize that in the 21st century, you don't do that now. We are not in Iraq. I'm not a teenage runaway. I'm actually the granddaughter of a cop and a good one. And the great-granddaughter of a cop and a good one. And the daughter of a cop and a good one. A good cop. Okay? Well, you know, we're like, we quote them every day for 10 years, and they act like they don't understand what it means that we have all this information. They act like they don't know. And then you can't figure out why we all call you fucktards. Because, the other mafia guy, that we were talking about, he says, you don't want sensitive information to getting in the wrong hands. Clearly, your hands are the wrong hands. Her hands are the wrong hands. And our guy's like, we get it every day, all day long. Every time they get mean, the meaner they get, the more we get. People get so tired of what he's doing to her. We hear it all the time. Why is he doing that to her? What is wrong with that guy that he's putting her through that? What in the fuck? Who the fuck does that? What a fucking asshole. She didn't invite him up here to come up here and do this to her. She moved twice so he wouldn't. And the guy says, I'm going to tell you what, that's exactly goes back to what I was saying. I don't do business with perverts. They can't control themselves. Everything they do is centered around, excuse my language, but I'm going to quote him, their dick. That's all they think about all day long. And they make very poor business decisions because it's not with their brain, it's not with logic, it's not with common sense, it's with their dick. And they fuck it up every time. Because you don't want sensitive information getting into the wrong hands. Your hands and her hands are the wrong hands. It would only have to happen one time. And if one person being broke and bothered gets sensitive information into the wrong hands, you make sure that person's not broke and bothered, that's for sure. So for them to continue to go at her like they've made themselves weak and they've made themselves an open target. We can take over that and nothing flat, not hard at all, because they're stupid. They're asking for it. You don't provoke the things that are getting this sensitive information from your criminal organization. He didn't say criminal, he said from your organization into the hands of law enforcement. And my guy goes every day, all day long. They pick at her and pick at her and pick at her and pick at her, and we use the intel from what they're doing to her to build a case against them, and they don't seem to get that. I don't know what they think we're doing with it. We're at a loss. We've told them what we're going to do with it. They act like they don't believe that. They're making up something else. We're trying to figure out what it is. What are you making up? What is it you think we're doing with that? We got all those names. Tim wanted to kidnap me and put me on his plane and turn his transponder off. And the FAA will get your ass for that. Won't they? We heard you talking about the Houston compound with beveled glass with kids that shit the floor because they're getting raped. Natalie Holloway might be there. My guys go, they're talking about maybe Natalie Holloway. They think maybe Aruba. We're Aruba. And Natalie Holloway might be there, or your rod's leaking or something. And he goes, come to think of it, there was no body and there was no crime scene. And there was rumors of that she was trafficked. So there's a possibility that's her. She might be there. So put something out that we're going to extract her. Next thing we know, y'all are running around. Maybe we should move her. Is she going to remember her name is Natalie Holloway? She hadn't gone by that name for years. All because you fucked with my school. Somebody started talking to us about that and getting us in on that. They were afraid to at first. They said, you talk about that compound, you're dead. But right now I'm so pissed off, I don't even care. Right now I'm so pissed off they fucked with her school. I mean, he goes, you don't understand, we're all getting sick of this. We're sick of it. They don't get it. I'm not supposed to ask for help, and you just said, if I do, I don't get mistreated. My guy says, your ex-husband, if you notice, he's nice to you if they tell him to be nice to you and it suits their purpose. And he's really mean to you if they tell him to be really mean to you and it suits their purpose. Watch the delivery deadlines on that. They got a timeline as part of the evidence, and different things plugged in and different conversations plugged in. And what's the agenda? What's the timelines? When's the delivery dates? When do people get really shitty to you? When does your money go down and up? They have all that ready to go. They do it as it happens. That's part of the evidence against you in your criminal trial, Mr. Perry. I guess, I don't know if it's Kunzweiler or somebody said, Mr. Perry wants to get me to get her on harassment. And the thing is, I'm having a hell of a time explaining why he's always up here. She's always having problems, major problems. And how am I supposed to say that she's harassing him? Why? It's not like this is happening in Texas. She came to Oklahoma to get away from him. He's always in Oklahoma, and we can't get him to leave. He's not had any injuries. He's not had any loss. She's lost her butt over and over and over and over and over. So many emails where, well, I did tell you. I had said it beforehand. We did tell everybody that's what he was talking about doing. He expressed intent. He expressed malicious aforethought. He expressed criminal intent. Sometimes they know we already know, and they'll do it anyway. And we're all, well, I told you so. I did say. So how am I supposed to take that to a jury and go, now find her guilty of harassment? She's the one that's broke. He's not. But why is she broke? He goes, any ding-dong. I've met all kinds of ding-dongs that work at Target, Walgreens, and Quick Trip. She applied for jobs there and got not even an interview. That's not cool. There's no way. There's no fucking way. There's little kids working there, haven't graduated high school. I mean, there's no damn way. He's making sure she can't get work and can't eat. He's getting some sort of thrill, making women suffer. We do have a witness statement to that effect. You proven the witness out already? I mean, golly. So, yeah, this is just pathetic. So, there's a concerted effort to make sure I can't eat. 3 days now I haven't eaten. Mr. Perry just typed in my other phone, yes, there is. We're trying to make you starve. Yeah, he likes to brag how he beats down women and what he can do and get away with, because he's a powerful guy. Vote for me.